Good morning, welcome back to my channel. This morning we are starting a new project. So I've almost completed this most recent apartment build and I'm loving it. It is a scale of 1 to 12 and most of my builds this last while have been about that size and I've really enjoyed it. But I thought it'd be a nice challenge to try create a 1 by 24, which is about that size. That is my test run of a little kitchen counter. So often kits you'll get on Amazon are about 1 to 24 and they can be really finicky and sometimes frustrating. So again, this is 1 by 12 and this is 1 by 24. So my goal is to use this entire square as the house slash apartment for this 1 by 24. So I think my goal is going to be to have a bottom floor and then a little second loft that's half that floor. So potentially a kitchen and a bathroom and a living room space with the eating area and then maybe 2 bedrooms upstairs. So let's see what we can create. Alright, so I've picked out this flooring and applied it, and next I'm going to do a back wall and a wall here and then work on the floor plan. Alright, so we've made progress. I have the layout for the bathroom and for the kitchen, and then this up here will be a bedroom, so will this. There's going to be a set of stairs going up, and then I'm going to cut out these two and that's going to be some windows, and this will be a kitchen wall. Over here I have the staircase drawn out and I will cut it and then fold down the stairs and fold this on the side. I have this for the bathroom. It's a shelf. These are the cupboards and then the sink, and they'll get cut and folded down. And then we also have this as the inside of the sink, and that will be a cupboard over there. I also have drawn out this for the kitchen, so it gets cut out and then goes in the back there. And then this is the upper cabinets. This is the bottom of the kitchen section, and then there's another set of drawers. And then I can start working on the living room and the eating area. Alright, so I have the bathroom walls attached. So this is the shower enclosure that I'm going to do some plexiglass, and then these are the walls, and it is going to sit just like this, like so. And then we'll build the kitchen here and a staircase here, and then we'll go to the upper floor. Alright, so I've made some more progress. I have attached some more wallpaper, the bathroom wallpaper and the sort of shower stall wallpaper. I've also attached the second bedroom floor. I just covered it in the same flooring as the bottom floor and did it on the underside too, so gave it kind of a roof look. So now I'm going to attach it to the shower area, and I'm going to put this little mirror on the wall, and I have a little cabinet to cut out, and I also made, I just have to find it here, this little gold piece that I'm going to put here underneath that edge there. In the original kit that I had that I'm sort of using as a guide, it had like plexiglass or whatever in between, but clearly I don't have that for spare, so I'm just going to attach it like this and then attach it on. Alright, so more progress on the bathroom. I ended up taking the little gold arch and putting it on top of just regular cellophane and putting some little spots of hot glue and pressing it down, and then putting this bottom white edge, and then that give it sort of like a window look. That way when the staircase is here you can still see through, otherwise there's not enough light in the bathroom. So next I am doing this little cabinet that's going to go on the wall, and I have a mirror here and a toilet. And then there's one more little cabinet, and the drawer here is for, or sorry, the sink bottom is for this cabinet. So let's get that going. Okay, so I have added the little bathroom cabinet and the mirror, and also a little cabinet on the side there. Now just to add the toilet and the shower, and the bathroom is done. Okay. And so I have the bathroom complete. There's a shower and a cabinet and a toilet and a counter with a sink and a mirror, and the bathroom is complete. Alright, so I have finished up the staircase and have added it and attached it to the floor and the second floor. And now it's onto the kitchen and then the other part of the second floor. Okay, so I have made some more progress. I have put up this little kitchen unit with a microwave and an oven. I'm just going to print out little pictures for that after. Then I have this back wall that I've attached, and then I have a little cabinet that's going to go up here at the top. And I also have this countertop that's going to be folded down. I've just cut it out so far, and it's going to go in here as well. Alright, so we've made progress. I have cut out my countertop and I have made a little sink and I've put silver in the bottom and attached it with hot glue. My next step is to attach these little doors to the front here, and then that is complete. And then I am going to attach it over here and put these cabinets up above. So let's do that next. Okay. So I have glued the sides together and added those drawers. I also added this gold sink faucet to the countertop. So I am now just going to tuck it in to here. And then I also have the upper cabinets, and they are going to be hung right up here. And then that part of the kitchen is done. Okay, so I've added my countertop and my little cabinet, so the majority of the kitchen is done. My next step is I'm going to build a little partition here that separates the kitchen cooking area from the eating area. And then after the partition is done, then I'm going to add the second floor, and then I can start working on the 2 bedrooms and the front of the house. Okay, so now that I have the kitchen mostly completed, I did create this little gold sort of doorway partition that I'm going to put here. But before I do this and put on the second floor here, I am going to do some of the lighting. So I have these little lights and this little power box from a previous build, but I'm going to use them for this. And then I'm going to see if I can purchase more of these on their own, because that would be great for other builds. But for this one, it says on the other packaging to put the gray wires together and attach them to the black, and put the white wires together and attach them to the red. And I do have some batteries in here because I'd like to test them that they work before I attach them to the house, and that would be frustrating. Okay, so after I attach all these wires to the box to make sure they work, I am going to try put one in the bathroom, one in the bedroom, one in the other bedroom, and one in the kitchen, because this outer area where we'll have a living room and an eating area are not covered, so they won't really need any additional lighting. All right, so I have attached the partition. I've also put some cellophane, like I did with this one, behind here to give it that sort of glass look. Then I've attached the roof. I've also attached the light for the kitchen, a light for the bedroom and the other bedroom, and a light for the bathroom. So now I'm going to tie up all the wires and get it going. Okay, so I have wired up the house. It was a little frustrating because this one kitchen light stretches here and then the rest are sort of around the back of the house. So because I'm making my own kit and I'm just using this from a previous kit that I didn't finish, I didn't have the holes in the flooring in the walls, so I had to sort of tinker. So I will be tucking these down and then out around the back, so it'll be like tucked down and out of the way with furniture, so you won't see all this wiring here. But let's turn it on and see how my wiring went. Ta-da! And like that, we have a light in the kitchen, a light in the bathroom, the bedroom light, and the other bedroom light. I am loving that. Perfect. All right, so I have the lighting all figured out. The kitchen and the bathroom, and this is a little bedroom, and then the main bedroom. So next I'm going to build a little wall partition in here between the 2 rooms. Then I think I'm going to work on the furniture for the rooms, and then I'll do the living room space and the eating area space. And I'll obviously either create some decor for there or find some. Okay, so I have built the little wall divider So I just measured how long I wanted it and how tall I wanted it and cut it out of the same material that I made the back. I also cut a little notch here in the corner just because there's some wires and I wanted to be able to lay flush. So I have this matching wallpaper on this side, and now I'm going to attach it. Okay, so I have attached the wall. Like I said, I did a little notch in the corner just so the wires could go through. And it is also flush on this side, and it is looking fantastic. Next, I am going to make a little bed and maybe a bookshelf, and then a bed and a nightstand, and maybe a little bookshelf on this side as well. That will be next. All right, so I've made some progress. From the previous little kit I had, it came with this little frame of a bed, so I've glued it together, and now I am just making a little blanket to go on the bottom. So I just had some of this white felt, which I am just wrapping in this blue material that I had, and I'm just going to pop it in the bottom. I also had the little pieces for a shelf, so I glued them together, and then I put a little backing that's similar to the countertops just to give it a completed look. I also had this little picture in these little squares and this little rocking horse, and it came with a little rug, so I've cut those out. There was also pieces for a little dresser, and I've added some silver to do a mirror and some little pieces for a bottle and a makeup kit. Then it came with the frame for a bed, so it came with the back and the little ends. Then I just covered the headboard in the same material as the walls, and I did a piece in the back, and then I did a slightly smaller piece, and I did it about 2 or 3 times and glued them together to give some depth and to make it look like a headboard. Then it came with this batting, which I've put on. It looks sort of like the mattress, and then I made a blanket out of some material that I had and just a long pillow. I just glued them together to get their shape. So that's the bedding. Now I'm going to finish off the bedding for this smaller bed, and then we'll see about making some downstairs furniture. All right, so I'm working on some accessories for the kitchen. So I have made this little box. I just drew the shape on here and cut it out and folded it and gave it a little bit of glue. I am going to use it for some flowers for the kitchen. So I had 3 of these left over from a previous kit. They're just circular shape, and I cut them out and I rolled it and glued it onto this little stem. And I will cut the stem to fit, and they'll just go into the little, they need to be a little bit shorter, but into the vase, and then they can sit on the kitchen counter as decoration. Okay, so I have the little flower vase complete. So I just rolled those 2 flowers and glued them onto the stems, and then also I had a fake plant from the dollar store in my living room, so I just cut off a tiny piece of the greenery to add in, and I am loving the look. Okay, so I created a little stove. I just drew it on some matching paper and put it down by the cabinets. I also have this little frying pan that I cut out, and also there's these ladles and spatulas that I've just attached to this little piece of wire, and I'm just going to hang that on the wall. And then most of the kitchen accessories will be done. Okay, so I've hung up the little spatulas in the kitchen, and now the kitchen accessories are complete. Okay, so next I'm going to make the TV center. So this is from one of my last kits that I didn't end up using. So I just have this little board and my gold adhesive, which I've cut some slits so I can fold it up. So the edge of the TV will have a gold look. And then once it's all attached, I will cut out the back and the front and glue it on. And then I'll have the main frame. And then I still have some more gold wire. I just have to see where I've stuck it. There's some green over there that I will cut to use the feet of the TV. Okay, so I have covered the TV in gold, and then it has a front and back. And I made some little feet out of the other gold wire that I had, and the TV is complete. Alright, so I am following this little guide here on how to make that plant because I had this left over from a previous build. So this is my progress. I have just made the base and I've folded all the stems, I've glued them together and pushed them through the top. And then these are all the leaves that were available to cut out, and now I'm gonna attach them to there, and then I'm gonna put that on the edge between the kitchen section and the eating section. So let's do that next. Alright, I have the little plant all finished. I'm loving the way it turned out. So I am gonna pop it over here in this corner, just find the right position for it, and then I'm gonna do the table over here and a couch over here. Okay, so this is the progress we've made. I have the plant all finished and in the corner, loving how it looks. I am now working on this wall over here. So this is what I have built so far. So this wall matches with the bedroom, this wall matches with the kitchen, and this will be into the living room eating area. So I have covered the sides in gold to match the other rooms and to give the sides more stability. Next, I'm going to, and this part here is blank because it actually goes into the room behind the kitchen, so you won't see it. So all I did was I just drew out the dimensions. I used a ruler and figured out how tall I wanted it to be and where the windows were going to line up. And then I took my scissor and cut it out. I actually did snip some of the little pieces here, and then I just used my gold to reinforce it. Then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to put some cellophane on the back, and then I just put some hot glue in spots. And then to reinforce the back, I have cut out an additional piece here, and it is going to lay on top of the cellophane like this so that it reinforces and holds it down. And then I'll probably also draw out a little piece to go here that will also hold down for reinforcements, and then it will be complete and I can line it up. So let me show you how it's going to look so far. 1 second here. So the wall, when it is completed, is going to go here. And then that will be done, and I can start working on the table and chairs and the couch. Alright, so I have the wall complete and ready to be hung. So I added the cellophane, you can see that, and then on the back I reinforced it with a big piece and then some smaller pieces, and then I also put some extra of the gold on the back, just so that it reinforces the top and side, just because there's less strength with that much window. Alright, so I have attached the wall. It looks great. Now the kitchen and the bedroom are both complete with that wall. And next we're just going to do an eating area and a living room area, and then it will be complete. I'm so happy with how it's turning out. I really love the lighting too, just adds so much. Okay, so I've made some progress on my living room. I'm in the middle of building this sofa. So I had a bunch of squares, which I've used for the bottom. So the top, I had this long piece from a previous kit, and I've just covered it in this material, same with the back and the two sides. Now I have 3 more pieces that are going to be for the cushions. So I am just going to cover these 3 in this same material and then put them on for the cushions. And then I put those little squares on the bottom to lift it up a little bit, and then my couch will be done. Okay, so I've added the cushions and the couch is complete. Loving the way it turned out. Now I'm just going to build a little entertainment center and put the TV on it, and then I might put a little coffee table in the center, and then it'll be on to the kitchen area. Okay, so I have the couch finished, and I made a little rug for underneath, and then I made this little cabinet. I just drew what I wanted the front and folded the sides and glued them. Then I had this little whiteboard left, so I attached that to the top to give more stability, and then mounted the TV. So now it's on to the kitchen eating area. I have these 4 chair pieces. So I'm going to make 4 chairs, and I'm going to find some material that I want to cover them with. And then I have this tabletop and some legs here, so I'm going to find a top. I think maybe this blue, but if I don't like it, maybe I'll pick more of a cream color. So we're going to do that next. Okay, so I have the table done. I redid the legs because they weren't really working out before, and I just put these nice white and black tops to the stools instead of doing fabric. I just like the more simplistic look. Now I'm going to find some accessories for the table, and then we are almost complete. I'm loving how this came along. Okay, so I have created some little books. There's one on the couch and a couple on the TV stand and a couple up in the little kids' room. And I think they look just perfect. I am going to do the curtain for the upstairs bedroom, and then this build should be complete. All right, so I have the curtain constructed. A past kit came with this sort of ruffled material, and then I put another little sheet over top, and then this little edging, and it has a wire too, so I can attach it to the wall. And then I am going to put it up here. And I just have to decide if I want to fold it over the edge or just trim it back to there. And then I'm going to glue it to the wall and it will be done. Okay, so I have attached the curtain up in the bedroom and it looks perfect. Now I'm just going to tuck the bed back in place against the wall and the cushion and adjust the little dresser up here. And that looks perfect. Love the way that curtain looks. And just like that, the build is complete. Upstairs we have this bedroom. Then we have this little kid's room. Then downstairs behind the staircase, we have this beautiful bathroom tucked in here. And we have the living room / entertaining area with an eating nook. And this little kitchen tucked in behind. I am loving the way this build turned out. Thank you for watching, and if you liked, feel free to hit like and subscribe to see more similar content. Thanks again.